So we moved over here to our clean spot now. I like to just get my Fusion grease put out onto the paper towel because, as you can see, these tubes sitting in rigs get dirty. So let's just get that out, not deal with any dirtiness. I've also changed gloves. I don't want any of the residual chemical or anything on my gun. So we'll take our chamber, a little bit of grease. Doesn't take much, just a thin film. This step can be done. I mean, some people like to put it into their cartridge. I think you should put it in to the gun. Lock that into place. Then we're going to grab our cartridge. There's a lot of little O-rings on here. Again, just grease them all. They don't need much. All you're trying to do is get them wet so they seat, they slide in where they're supposed to go without tearing. You know, pay attention. There's a couple on the inside here too. And if you guys want to, and you notice your front O-ring is bad, this is the same as the Fusion Air Purge O-ring. You can pop that out and put a new one in. So now you've got a alignment bolt in there, and also you've got the one O-ring that goes in. So we're just going to slide this in, tap it a couple times, make sure our safety's off, which I have it on. We want to keep that chamber out. And here's the thing that I do with my is I'll take my screwdriver with plastic handle and I want to tap all the way around this cartridge 3 or 4 times. Make sure it's seated 100%. Yes, your retaining ring is going to suck it in tight, but I'd rather have it tapped in and good to go. So now that we've got that done, we can put our retaining ring on. We'll grab our air cap. Again, remember earlier I said this gets a lot of abuse here, your front O-ring sliding back and forth. So this needs to be greased thoroughly. And it doesn't hurt to put a little bit around the outside for that white Teflon ring. All of this stuff is hand tight. Don't put any wrenches on it. You'll regret it later. All right, the only thing we have left to do, I'm using an O2 chamber. I have a hydraulic machine, so I have 80 mesh screens on the machine, so I don't run the 80 mesh when I'm using an O2. A 1.5 or smaller, I will. Also, when I'm cleaning my check valves, I always put A and B. Everything's A and B, alphabetical. So when I take them out of the gun, it's A and B. When I clean them and set them to the clean spot, it's A and B. So yes, you can verify which one it is by looking at it, but that just takes, that rules it out. Snap that in. A little bit of grease just to get the O-ring to sit. Snap that in. All right, we've got our gun together. It's cleaned out, it's ready to go. The number one thing you need to do is take your gun, bolt it onto your block, and before you turn the products on, I repeat, before you turn the products on, hook your air to it and trigger it 20 times, maybe even 30 times. Just get everything moving, make sure there's nothing in the way that it's not supposed to be, and get everything seated 100%. If you do those steps, you should have a gun that'll last you months at a time. Thank you.